Hi Cancer, welcome to your 2022 year in review. We're going to break down the seasons for you and then read it as a whole. You know, I love doing these type of readings because I feel like it gives us a heads up, so to speak. This is going to be for Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Rising. You could have a lot of planets in Cancer. You know, we have the full moon in Cancer on the 17th of January. You know, and what I feel for you is, I feel like this year is going to be about like a higher consciousness. Like you living within a higher consciousness. Oh, what's on the bottom? Lovers. We'll take you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the oh my gosh, I just forgot the name of them. The light seers or light seekers, something like that, tarot, to clarify your seasons. So let's go ahead and begin. We have the King of Swords, beginning of the year. Can represent a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You know, he's sitting on this mountaintop and almost like he feels like he's reached a mountain that he has wanted to conquer. And I also feel like he's feeling very wise. Now, I don't feel like this is just, for some of you, it can certainly be an air sign, but I really feel like this is more about maybe you, you know, finally reaching this mountaintop. I feel like, I don't know, it's like all of a sudden, like I feel like I have many different ways I can communicate now. Many different ways. Like I've learned many different ways to communicate. This king is not in a defensive mode. Quite the opposite. The sword is down. Okay, well, let's keep going. We have the Five of Pentacles. We'll see what that's about in a moment. I'm also going to use the Cosmic Tarot, which is a deck I haven't used in a little while, but I don't know, I felt drawn to it for you. So, somebody out there either likes that deck or you will. You know, I feel like, you know, the first half of your year can be about others, and it can be through your communication, you know, but I do feel like it's like it's like I'm spending time on others, but then I feel the second half of the year is about you. I feel like you're going to reach, I don't know, you're gonna reach milestones this year, and I also feel like you're gonna have money coming in that you don't expect, and maybe that's what the Five of Pentacles is here for, because I felt that as I was shuffling the cards, like money coming in, but completely like unexpected. That could be scratching a lottery ticket. We shall see. Alright, we have the Page of Wands. And then we have the Magician. You know, that would make sense, because if the first half of the year is spent on others, and it's maybe it's just you teaching others, you know, maybe it's just you nurturing others, whatever it may be. The second half certainly does feel like it's about you, because we have the Page of Wands and the Magician, and I feel like the Page of Wands is like the Fool. You know, like I'm throwing my wand in the air, and wherever it lands is where I go. The Magician here is the power of your manifestation. So this year, that may be why I'm feeling like a higher consciousness for you. And that, you know, to me, is unlimited in everything. You know, it's just unlimited. I feel like you're going to be learning on a very high level. Interesting. Okay, well, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. We have the Three of Cups. This can talk about celebrations. I don't know that many have had an easy last 9 years, let's say, last cycle. I just don't feel like many, and I'm talking about like all signs, all people. I feel it's been difficult. It's funny how us humans have a hard time acclimating, I'm not saying that right, becoming accustomed to just what is new. You know what I mean? It's like invention, and how there's resistance against invention, and then how, and then the other half are behind it. You know, they see it. I don't know why. Maybe some of you are an inventor, or you're becoming an inventor, or you get this great idea. Again, remember, I feel like you're in a higher consciousness and a higher learning. So any epiphanies that come to you, I would definitely run with them this year. So anyway, all right, let's go ahead and begin with the Cosmic Tarot. And we're just going to take it right off the King, come down each time. All right. I don't know why, but I feel like for someone out there, like this King may have quit drinking. It's almost like, you know, like I found my Zen. I found my Zen within myself, and therefore I can live in that energy. Okay, anyways, the Magician. The Wheel. It's funny, I just looked at the Magician and I thought it said magical. So something magical. Look at this, the Hierophant, 3 major arcanas in a row. First of all, that tells me 2021 could not have been that easy, because there does feel like there's been a lot of changes, right? The Hierophant here, you know, can represent Taurus, of course. But this Hierophant is, you know, it's looking at one's own belief system. You know, are like who I look up to, are they worthy of looking up to? And if it's me, others are looking up to me, am I worthy? You know, am I being true? This asks you to ask yourself a few questions about your belief system. You know, do you still carry faith in your heart? All that. The Hierophant's looking right at the wheel. And it's also a number 5, by the way, which feels to me like 2021 really has been about finding oneself. The journey's not over. You know what I mean? We're always finding more and more about ourselves. I just realized there's 2 magicians here. But anyways, this Hierophant is looking, you know, right at that wheel. And, you know, he's using his light to look at this wheel. And on the other side of that wheel is the Magician. The Magician is you, and you manifesting. And then we have this King here. I don't know. Is like, you know, is it saying that this King, again, because I feel like, you know, there's a lot of wisdom within this person. You know, it's like, how do I say this? I feel like he's laid back because he's able to be laid back now. Almost like I can finally take that tie off, right? And loosen my collar, or literally take off that suit and put on my jeans and, you know, a jacket. So, I don't know whether that's you or someone else, I feel like I've come a long way. Like, you know, here I am at the mountaintop. And the Magician, you know, I feel like, and I'm not done. Like, I'm not done manifesting. I'm not done. There's something else that I seek. The Hierophant saying, keep your faith in it. Trust it, right? Trust the wheel. You know, the wheel represents destiny in all things, right? All things. You know, all things that happen, all experiences. You know, it's all there. So, you know, like this page here, I feel like, you know, she throws her wand and wherever it stops the wheel is where she goes. Okay, let's keep going. I have a feeling this reading is really going to be meant to also read in the whole, if you know what I mean. Okay. You know, and I may have one person here who has conquered the mountain. I may have another on the other side of that who has yet to conquer that mountain. And isn't that funny how I was saying, you know, I feel like, what, did I say something? I feel like I said something, or I meant to say something. And, oh, I know what it is. It's a post I just put out on my page. And it talked about, now that I have reached the mountaintop, I need to look back to help her to also reach that mountaintop. So I'm taking my wisdom and I'm helping this person who is yet to find their way, let's say, and helping them to also reach their mountaintop, whether it's we share this mountaintop or it's their own. So now I get it. Like, I'll try to remember to put a link to it because I feel like it's important. I feel like it really relates to this reading. All right, let's keep going. I almost want to look under the Three of Cups. We have the Empress under the Three of Cups. You know, maybe I wasn't ready to start a family. Maybe I wanted to start a family and someone else didn't. Whatever it may be, maybe now is the time. You know, if it's this King and it's someone that I'm, now when I say start a family, you know, maybe we each already have our own children, that type of thing, but we're combining. And I just feel like, you know, whether you weren't ready or they weren't ready, or the universe, your spirit guides, didn't want you in it yet, because maybe there is something they had to overcome. And it looks like they have. Maybe this is you. Again, I hope I'm not confusing you. You know, you'll know, right? All right, they're all in reverse, so we're going to turn them. We have the Five of Swords. How interesting, we have these two fives. Wow. Okay, it's almost like I'm talking about two completely different people, because I feel here, I'm feeling lost. I'm feeling like I'm in the drama. I don't know what to do about it. It's interesting, though, at the same time, like, I really don't know what to do. I don't know how to get out of it. Just look at her, though. I know not all of you watch the monitor. You just listen. But this is the Five of Pentacles, and her head is down, right? It's almost like I don't know what to do. Many times it's like, it feels like it's out of our, something happens that's out of our control. But listen, maybe it had to put you in place, to help you move in place. You know, there is the key right by the door. I don't even have to search for it. All I gotta do is turn around. But this is kind of like living in the illusion. First of all, it's a 5, so it's saying there's change is needed. Change is not easy. Whether it will better my life or not, right? I've got to make those changes. You know, I feel like the Hierophant is just like the belief. It's so funny. I feel like this king is almost like he was meant to go through this journey, because in some way he's going to turn around who's ever in these fives, his energy, and I'm saying him. Remember, it can be either. But I feel like in a way is helping this person, because this person, even though the key is right there to unlock the door, this tells us why she's not seeing it. The Five of Swords. It's feeling pinned down. Now I want you to look at this. You know, none of those swords are touching this person. Though in this person's mind, they are. They're pinning him down, right? And if that's what I believe, then that is what is happening. But it's not, but it's an illusion. Doesn't mean the toxicity is an illusion. It means where you think that you cannot make changes. I know people say all the time, like Sandy, you're always saying make change, and it's just not that easy. It's not that easy. That's what these readings keep telling you. It's not that easy, but it is so worth it. Right? Where do I want to live? Do I want to live in this energy? No. We have the Princess of Wands under that wheel. Well, you know, the Princess of Wands is the adventurer. She's the one who may think, or I'm sorry, she may act before she thinks about it. It may be too late when I realize. But you know what? I feel like she picks herself up, dusts herself off, and gets right back up on that wheel. Gets right back up on that horse. We have the Five of Wands. Look at that, 3 fives. 3 major arcanas here, and then 3 fives. Well. Whew. Okay, well, let's read them individually then. The Magician is feeding that 5 of Swords. So the Magician is saying it's yourself. It's you. You can manifest this change. You can jump on this wheel. You know what I mean? Like, you can do this. You can do this. There is a key there. Listen, whether it's just a glimmer of light, follow it. It's funny how the Magician, like, you know, each eye is lit. One's looking at the wheel and the other one's looking at this king. You know, I don't like the feeling of saying, you know, someone comes in and rescues me, because I feel like we have to rescue ourselves, right? This is all about self, even though it's about other people, right? It's like things that I cannot control here in the 5 of Pentacles, right? Feeling thrown out into the cold. 5 of Swords, though, is you know, where people take away my belief system, my faith, my trust, and I start to move into, it's showing me that I can very easily move into their energy. But I don't think that's what you want. Because with the Princess under the wheel, I feel like the Princess, you know, the Princess is like stuck between these 2 fives, these 3 fives. And she's very optimistic, normally, right? She's very risk-taking type of thing. She's very, you know, and I feel like maybe she is like your savior. Maybe she is you. And you're allowing yourself to jump back on that wheel. It's like, get back on that horse. Keep your faith alive. See what's influencing you outside of yourself that then causes you to react or be in a certain energy that is not yours. It doesn't feel natural to you. It's like the Tower just has to show itself, right? Okay, well, let's see what it's about. 8 of Swords. Okay, well, 8 of Swords is kind of what I was just talking about. It's the self-created prison. It is where I say no to the adventures because, like, I have put this wall around me. I'm not letting anything take it down. And therefore, you know, again, like, you know, Harvard saying, trust, jump back up in the wheel. You're meant to have experiences. You know, you can overcome. And there are those, I feel like, who can help if it's not you helping another. Almost like, you know, when we set each sister and brother free, we just set ourselves a little, you know, even more freer. We have the Ace of Wands. Good. We have the Tower. You know, I feel like by the time we get to this point, this may be you delivering the Tower. You know, it's funny because many of the readings I've been doing is like where people are starting, they are not ending up. And I feel like that's because so many have had like difficult times and experiences, a lot of lessons and, oh, excuse me one second. Oh. All right, I was only gone for a second. It's funny, we went to Verizon after Christmas, and I didn't have a phone number. You know, since I moved, I don't know. I didn't have a phone number. So anyways, we joined a plan, and all of a sudden, you know, like the phones, like I kept my phone. Sam got a new one, and like all of a sudden, everything that the person who sold us, and listen, do you know what I mean? Like, we know better. But listen, we clarified it with this person also. They're like, you're sure? Like, do you want insurance? No, we don't want insurance. You know, all this. Anyways, it's just been a non-stop battle from what they promised and then what they delivered. So, Sam's on the phone with them right now. And I said, if they don't fix it this time, take my phone and my service off. Okay. I also feel like when I get interrupted, maybe I'm meant to. We have Judgment. You know, Judgment is your whole spiritual team. Another major arcana, by the way. You know, all the major arcanas are great ones, except for the Tower. But it can be great also because, you know, sometimes we're handing the Tower to others. Like, sometimes we're giving it to ourselves, like that, the Eight of Swords with the Tower. But the Ace of Wands in between. It's almost like this Ace of Wands. As long as I don't keep, like, this barrier around me, I don't have to fear any towers because, you know, if some energy comes towards me that feels like it's in a negative, in any time of a negative energy, I could feel it right away. I could feel it right away. We have the Ten of Cups. Look at that. It landed in my lap. We have the Ten of Cups. First of all, I have to point out what's mirroring each other. The Ten of Cups and the Wheel. Judgment and the Magician. The Magician and the King of Swords. You know, I feel like that is what's happening. What's in between is the lesson and the fluff and what we can let go of and all that. Jeez. Okay. We have the High Priestess, another major arcana. This is your intuition. This is what you trust. This is what I feel like, if anything, this is really what you are. I feel like you've been learning it all your life, but now I feel like it's magnified. I feel like because you're moving into this higher consciousness. Why are you moving there? Because you deserve to move there. First of all, I feel like this is about breaking free from, you know, what I cannot control, right? I can't get stuck in it. It happened. It was against my control. But nonetheless, here's the key to the next door, the next adventure. The princess is like, I'm waiting. I'm here. I'm ready, right? But first I have to realize what is holding me from unlocking that door. It's the Five of Swords. That's what other people, right? That's other people, or it's my own toxicity, but I feel like it's other people because what mirrors it is the Five of Wands. That is fighting. That's aggressiveness. That is no one's a victor. It's ego energy, and it's the opposite of the Hierophant, right? Or at least the Hierophant's, what the Hierophant's energy is, right? It is your higher belief. Here, I feel like I get pulled down into. And then, why am I surprised, though, that the Five of Pentacles shows up? Nonetheless, I feel like it may feel like, or it may have felt like difficulty, but nonetheless, I feel like it's setting you free. Now, what do we have to work on? We have to make sure that when you make that choice of like jumping back in that wheel, living from your higher self, you know, if you live from your higher self, that's what's coming back to you. If it's not, if something negative comes toward you, you will feel it. You will know it. Here is your the High Priestess, right? The very last card. It's feeding it. Your intuition. Right next to the Ten of Cups. Right next to Judgment. Right next to the Magician. Wow. Okay. Well, hello, Star. Another major arcana. This is about your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes. Can they come true? Well, they can come true. You know, they may not look exactly like how I dreamt them to look, but perhaps they're going to look even better, be better, right? Because if I allow myself to go to that higher consciousness, if I allow myself to see like what holds me down, how easy, maybe that's why I was talking about getting in that fight with Verizon. I don't know if I should say the name. You know what I mean? It's like very easy to go to that aggressive place, right? Hierophant is like the rising above it. Rising above it. 3 5s. Maybe 3 changes. Every single one of them is good. Every single one of them. One of them, I feel like, and that is the energy of other people, allows that wall to go down for good. The wall is mirroring the tower. This wall has been created out of the tower's energy. Things that have been against my control, right? I couldn't control them. Maybe I wasn't supposed to, right? Maybe it was meant to happen. I know some of you are going to be like, Sandy, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Because the Eight of Swords is being created out of that tower's energy, but the Ace of Wands gives you the ability, almost like to, it's like pushing everything out of the way. It's like being born. And what does it produce? The Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, are mirrored. The Magician and your intuition are mirrored. And what they're creating is the Ten of Pentacles. Your spiritual team is behind this whole thing. That can, you know, that can feel bad sometimes. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're allowing me to go through this? Well, you know, like, this is about self. And, you know, you want to find out how strong you are. And that's part of the earthly lesson, is to see how strong you are. Now, I know, I already know. Listen. There's nothing I feel like that hasn't happened to me. I don't know. I feel like I have been through it all. I have been through it all. But the one thing I've learned is how not to get stuck in it. And more how to trust. I don't know. All right. Look at that. Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I swear to God, I did not set that up. Already pre-shuffled, and just wanted to give him a little shuffle with you here, and let's look at this. We have the Emperor. You know, he's shown in reverse, but I don't really feel like reading in reverse. I don't know. You know, this Emperor can be a father figure. Definitely someone I would look up to. Card of Aries, by the way. Can be someone that I would look up to, and I definitely feel that can be a business owner. This is something that, you know, that you were let go. This can be a job that I was let go of. Why am I having such a hard time picking these up? We have the Five of Cups. Interesting. I almost feel like, did I work with someone and it's almost like the business was, you know, I don't want to say it went under. I almost feel like I'm missing someone from, or someone's missing me from, potentially a job. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Look at that. The Knight of Pentacles coming over the wheel. Listen, whatever change this wheel is bringing, first of all, the Magician. This is about, you know, the ability to manifest always, always, and forever. Like, the ability you have to manifest. Now, you can manifest from the fear, you know, anger, all that, or you can manifest from the light, optimism and positivity and trust. All, you know, it's like, it's up to us. That's free will, right? But the Knight of Pentacles is more, it's something that's coming into your physical world to enhance it. And the Knight of Pentacles is the energy of a guardian angel. And then we have Judgment down here. You know, I don't know. It's funny because it seems like it's happening at the beginning, right? But I feel like here is really the outcome. And when I say the outcome can be anything you want. And it's always going to be up to you. Because let's say these fives and the Eight of Swords go nowhere. They remain. I don't know if, I don't know. I think there at least has to be a willingness, even if I don't know the way. I feel like that's what the Knight of Pentacles is. Like, it's an opportunity that comes into my physical world. You know, it's something that's slow moving, and I felt that right from the get-go with you. Like, the experiences of perhaps the last chapter. This may be a new chapter with the Magician here twice. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles coming over the Hierophant. So that could totally be a Taurus. For some of you, it could be a Taurus coming in. I feel like probably you knew it. You knew this, but you know of this person. You know, the Magician, real quick, is showing, like, with the Five of Cups over, it's almost like showing, like, energy that I'm manifesting from. And in the Five of Cups, how interesting, another five, by the way, you have all the fives out. In the five, we've got to look that up, right? 4 fives. It's got to mean something. Anyway, but in the Five of Cups, what I'm doing is it's looking at where my focus is at. And my focus is in or on all I have lost. And therefore, I feel like that's why we have all these fives. Because if I'm creating from that energy, it's like I'm creating like out of loss versus potential. So it's just an awareness of that. Because the Five of Cups is really about what has yet to be discovered. And I feel like this is the year of discovery for you. So especially with all these fives, because it allows a lot of different changes. Again, all the fives that are showing are, you know, first of all, it's about change, but, you know, I don't know. We have the Seven of Wands. Well, that makes sense. Seven of Wands can feel like aggressive energy, right? But it's also showing your part in it. And I mean that in the nicest of ways, but it is showing your part in it. The Seven of Pentacles is where I felt like I had to defend myself. Maybe you don't have to defend yourself. Maybe you just need to move out of it. Maybe it's not worth defending. Because let's not forget, in the Five of Wands, there is no victor. We have... Okay, I don't want to read reversals. But I am going to keep that in my mind. We have the Three of Wands. You know, it would almost make sense that the Three of Wands would come in reverse over the Five of Swords. Because it's a viewpoint. And Three of Wands is moving, you know, I'm moving into an energy where I believe all is possible. You know, I have a goal, and that is to bring my gifts to me or to move to them. But it was in reverse. So let's remember that. Because, you know, my viewpoint is my energy, so to speak. So, I don't know. And I know you guys hate when I say I don't know. It's just like... It's just what I do. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. You know, listen, that's a very independent nature. Wanting to be independent. Building your independence. Some of you just can talk about business ownership. And there may be someone who, like, helps you. I do have two kings, though. But it could be the energy. You know, when I look at the King of Pentacles, I think of the big picture. Right? Because that's how he sees it. He sees it through the big picture. It's funny, I was watching a reading and King Pentacles came up, and the person who read it reads it completely different than I do. But then I thought to myself, well, that is perspective, perception, right? Whatever you see, what you feel. Right? Neither is right, neither is wrong. It just is what it is. I don't know. Anyway. So, you know, some of you do need to free yourself. Free yourself to what you think that you cannot be, and know that you can be it, especially if it's creating something of your own, you know, like an independent nature, like finding that. You know, the Nine of Pentacles talks about success. And what's above it is the Knight of Pentacles. So this Knight is, you know, we can trust this Knight. And this Pentacle is something that comes into our physical world to enhance it. Now, on one end, it has this King of Pentacles. But it's also looking, or coming over the wheel. You know, it's almost like I gotta believe if I build it, they will come. If they build it, I gotta build it with the trust. And then trust that they will come. And they will. You know, it's funny how in the beginning I said about, I feel like, you know, in the beginning of the year, it is about others, you helping others, and you may be that king who is helping another in some fashion. But it certainly is talking about you, like, you know, do what I need to do, and I feel like that's the fives, like, you know, that is wrapping up whatever. Because something, you know, there's a lot of newness that wants to come your way, that is coming your way. You know, it's coming your way. If I'm in the Five of Cups, though, again, you know, it's hard for me to see those two cups that are behind me. If I'm in the Five of Pentacles, you know, something that is completely out of my control. Why get aggressive about it if there's nothing you can do about it? But the one thing you can do is leave it, change it, stand up, see that there's the key, unlock the next door. Maybe it does mean that it brings you to a independent nature, you know what I mean, self. But here, this is like abundance within that energy. I just gotta believe it. I just gotta believe it. Wow. We have the star again. First of all, we have double Aquarius. Wow. You know, I feel like there may have been others who just didn't believe in your dream, whatever that dream may be. But, you know, that was them. Because I feel like, you know, like, I've got to understand, like, no matter how much maybe I try to get someone or people to understand my point of view, they weren't. They didn't. And listen, maybe they're just not my tribe anymore. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they're just not who I'm meant to be surrounded by anymore. Maybe that time has gone, right? Because now I'm feeling it's almost like I feel the weight of them. And I'm saying them because it can be situations too, like, you know, like holding you down. But I feel like, you know, it's like you're springing forward. You know, you have to believe in yourself and you have to believe in what it is you want. Well, we have the Two of Cups. We have a soulmate energy coming over that page. You know, first of all, I feel like if the two swords, and remember, we had the Five of Cups, right? Had those two swords that had yet to be discovered. But the Knight of Pentacles is coming right towards that energy. Well, here's those two cups, right? And coming over that page, you know, to me, it's like, yes. I don't know what the question is, but the answer is yes. But look at this. I have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles coming over the Eight of Swords. You know, maybe it's the realization that there's things in my past that there's just nothing I can do about, right? That just aren't worth the fight, so to speak, because I do feel like no one will win. Or, you know, maybe I just gotta like show them in action. Like, you know, I just gotta go do my thing, follow my dream. And because I feel like the right people will enter your life, will help you become abundant. But not just that, maybe have like, in a way, I feel like real love. Not that you haven't had love, but this feels different. And I don't feel any hesitation with the Page of Wands. Unless I forget, we have this King and the Emperor with the energy of the Magician right next to them. So it could be the energy of these two soulmates kind of like calling each other in, so to speak. Listen, maybe both of them had to deal with the Five of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Pentacles coming right under that Nine of Pentacles. First of all, I have to tell you, whatever it is you want to build this year, this is the year to build it. With the Ace of Pentacles under, I'm sorry, the Ace of Wands, right? That passion driven type of energy coming with the Eight of Pentacles, you know, where I put my focus, what I can grow. This is true success, right? It may have to do with the Eight of Swords and the Tower, right? Maybe I've combined it and now I put it to I'm using it as my wisdom, because, you know, if I focus on it, it will grow. It's almost like a promise. Well, here it is. You know, there it is. And then what's connected to that? The Ten of Cups. I feel like almost like when you find this kind of, because I feel like through my craft, I find a joy within me. Maybe I didn't know existed, but I do feel it because I feel like there's something that, like, pulls you in and magnifies very quickly, and I feel like it's knowledge and interest, and I feel you're very passionate about it. We have the Two of Swords coming over that tower. It's funny, Two Swords is mirroring the Two of Cups. Almost like we go back here where it's like I feel like one has reached this mountaintop and maybe in some way is helping another to reach either their own mountaintop. In a way, I feel like it is your own mountaintop, because you need to conquer your own mountain. And then I feel like, you know, the two conquerors will come together. You know, some of you, it's like you are meant to take your very difficult experiences and, you know, it's like put pen to paper. You know, feed the world with it. It's abundant, I can tell you that. So the Two Swords, I'm not really feeling it as like you. It may be a memory of it. You know what I mean? Because now I feel like I use it to my advantage versus, you know, knowing what an illusion it was, right? Two Swords is a blindfold. I don't want to face something. I don't want to see these towers. I feel like the more and more you're in this type of energy of really in your creative house, but again, inspired within so, I feel the less and less towers you will have. You know what I mean? Because it's almost like I've learned to control my own energy so the universe doesn't have to send them to me. Like, I can feel now when something is over, so I know it's over. Right? Where before, it's like, I don't know, I feel the opposite. Okay, anyway. Well, hello, Knight of Cups. Perfect night to come in right now. Coming in over this Magician. How interesting that the Magician, again, tied to all of these, if we want to look at them as people, you know, really tied to all of them. Here's a Knight of Cups. We know that a Knight is here to complete a mission, and this mission is to bring you a cup. What's it connected to? First of all, the Two of Cups. Hello. But it's coming over the Magician, and I feel like it's your own, like, it's your own energy and what you want to manifest. Listen, it doesn't have to be a particular person, but it may be one, but it may be some, you know, it's like, I know what type of person, you know, like I know what type. I feel like, first of all, there's no way someone who's coming in who's like lazy and unorganized, or I shouldn't say unorganized, but who is not abundant in their own right, let's say, because I feel like they are, and I feel like it may be they also following their dreams. I feel like this is a time definitely for you to follow your dreams. I don't care, like forget, I know you're not forget, but let go of what has happened. Because there are many doors that want to open for you, and these doors are quite beautiful, right? A chance of true abundance. You know, the Nine of Pentacles, to me, is everything, because it's the energy of where I know I can take care of me, right? I know, or you know what I mean? Like, I know that I have created this independent nature. Doesn't mean I shouldn't go into love. Matter of fact, you know, here's the 10 in the same line. But what it's saying is I am strong within myself, right? You know, I make my own pentacles, maybe. And by making my own pentacles means I never have to depend on another for them. You know, it doesn't mean that, listen, I feel like in the future someone may collaborate with someone through the pentacles, and they may find their Two of Cups. So the Knight's coming in, promising, you know, this cup. Judgment is like call to attention right now type energy, but also Judgment asks for a rebirth, right? It's time for a rebirth. You know, what's right above it? The Eight of Swords, the Five of Pentacles. She's like, that's not how you're meant to live your life. That's not how we want you to live your life, and that's not how you your spirit wants to live your life, right? These are human conditions that, yes, are difficult. But I feel like the lesson is that getting up, dusting ourselves off, right? Seeing and finding that key, or knowing and trusting that there's still two cups out there. They'll come when they come, and maybe that's good enough. In the meantime, I'm going to create this powerhouse for myself, right? 8 self. What am I creating in the 8 of Pentacles with this very inspirational type energy? The 9 of Pentacles. You know, that can talk about self-employment. That is definitely a success. And why? Because you're willing to put focus upon it. Doesn't mean that I put all my focus there. Maybe I got to learn that, well, you know, here I am building this, and then here comes this Knight. I feel like this Knight, though, part of me is, you know, the manifestation of it. I feel like this is more about my higher self knowing what my, let's just say, lower self does not. And that may be this Knight, this 2 of Cups. It's almost like I have my head down now. It's so different than here. Now I have my head down and I'm building this. And I'm building it out of maybe what was at one time destructive in my life. And now it's almost like I'm putting pen to paper. And I feel like through that energy, it's just like naturally now comes in this 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups we didn't believe in up here. Well, here it is. And here's the Knight. And here it comes, right? It's showing at, let's say, if, you know, we're reading this like the year. It's kind of showing like the end of the year. But in the same time, I don't know it's the end of the year. It may be talking about like, you know, the clearing of this, and then we start seeing, well, you know, it'll happen when it happens. Let's just put it that way, because I feel like the one thing we're meant to do is let go of control of it. We have the Queen of Wands. Can be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could be someone's guide, I also feel like. Because I feel like, and this could, I don't know, I feel like this could be someone's guide. Like one of your guides. We have the Page of Pentacles. And then look at this, we have the Empress. Empress coming with the High Priestess. You know, it's just like your journey. Where you end up, right? We have the Emperor here, now we have the Empress here. How interesting, I'm getting the Emperor and Empress. I got it in the last Twin Flame reading, and then I got it in Aries. Both the Emperor and the Empress. So there's something about that. But, you know, really, I feel like that is when I've mastered. Doesn't mean my learning stops, right? But I've mastered, so to speak, myself, my life. The Empress is very creative, and she's all about, you know, giving birth to these ideas, these experiences. You know, she's connected to the 8 of Pentacles. She's very nurturing. She's very loving. She's very strong. She's very capable. She's the energy of all the queens. You know, the wisdom of all the queens. She's marrying that king up there. I don't know if they're connected at all. Some of you, this could certainly be a mother's energy who is just trying to help to guide you. That's all. Just trying to help to guide you. You know, I don't feel like anybody wants you in those 5s. Nobody. Like, none of your spiritual team wants you in those 5s. And I don't feel like your higher self wants you in those 5s either. But it's got to be up to you, right? It's funny, the Page of Pentacles coming under that 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. You know, the Page is all about learning, gaining knowledge on this journey. That's what this Page wants, right? I want to gain true knowledge, true wisdom along the way. I feel like the Eight of Pentacles is also, you know, the willingness to go into something. Yeah, it's funny because I look at the Five of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles, and it's like almost like a willingness. I got to have this willingness to go into maybe a certain craft, maybe a certain direction, after, you know, after what could have been a tower, but lo and behold, through that energy, I kind of find my way. You know, this is the willingness to be the apprentice of, listen, I don't know it all, right? But I'm willing to learn it with the page here. I want to learn it. And therefore you will. And don't forget, there's higher learning. Higher learning. No wonder also the Empress. You know, they're mirroring, she's mirroring the Emperor. What can I say? You know, what can I say? And two star cards here. So this can talk about two people manifesting this Two of Cups, right? I feel like when I say manifesting, it's almost like telling the universe, okay, I'm open. I'm open to the experience, and therefore I trust that in its time it will come to me, right? That's what the Knight of Pentacles says, you know. Sometimes patience is required. Why? Well, because I want someone to come in of a higher consciousness, right? To match, you know, where you're heading. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe I'm heading that way. And when I reach that mountaintop, then, like, I can easily communicate to maybe that other mountaintop. Here I am. Here I am. I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. I know it kind of went back and forth, and I want you to understand that's just how I feel like my readings are. You know, it's given us the potential of each month or each season, but it's also, I feel like, can I speed this up? Of course I can, because there's a lot of fives here. So if I can see this, make the changes necessary with that, then I can move on, right? I can jump back on that wheel. As soon as I feel like as soon as I jump up back on that wheel, here's the Knight of Pentacles. Like, what? What? That's all I had to do? So, believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, and don't take anybody's bullshit. You know, if the belief is not of yours, you know what I mean? Like, be honest and truthful with yourself. You know, if it's not work, if something is, don't take on other people's words either. Like, you know, it's like you got to look at the source. Like, what source is it? And I know some, it could be like, what's my mother? Well, yes, but even mothers can, you know, regret their words, or you know what I mean? I don't know why I'm going down that road. I just feel like, I don't know. Let's just leave it there. I love you guys. As always, I thank you for everything. I thank you for those who stuck around to the end of the reading. Thank you. I feel like you kind of have to. Like, you know, it's funny because I noticed like there's some that like turn it off halfway, and I'm like, how do you turn it off halfway? But maybe because I'm so in it. I don't know. Anyway, do they even know about the Two of Cups? I don't know. I don't know. Do they know about the Knight of Cups? I don't know. But you do. I love you guys. As always, I'm so grateful for in each and every way you support this channel. I want to thank you. I love you, and I hope the messages reach you. You know, I know there's a lot of fives, so there could be a lot of resistance against messages too. But I feel like they'll you know, they'll reach you in their time. This might be one of those you keep in your back pocket, because I feel like after certain changes, and maybe it's just one of the fives, and it's like it snowballs where all the fives change, right? And then there's movement in my life. There's progressive movement. So, your comments will let me know. I love you so much, guys. I will see you next time at my table. Bye-bye.